you're watching Rock Creek TV and he's laughing, and he makes me laugh anyway everywhere I go, and it's like I'm trying to be serious here, you know, be professional, but I mean, look, I can't even say professional, that's how professional we are. So the thing is, it's real joy to have T-Bone have a lunch here at Rock Creek today, and you know, just some of the insight for, I know people listening are gonna, it's just a wealth of knowledge, and there could be part 10 and part 12 and part 14 of this, because we just, you know, we'll talk for days about everything. But we're going to have an exclusive here on Rock Creek TV, and T-Bone said to me, I bet you can't guess what it is. Does it involve babies?
Nope.
It doesn't?
Nope.
Okay, so I don't know. You're about to get an exclusive on Rock Creek TV. Here we go.
Okay, so here's what I'm starting to do, and here's where it came from.
Okay.
My girlfriend Nadine, her sister had a birthday, and she turned 50, and she lives in Ontario, and none of us could be at her birthday, so she said, what should we do? We should, and I said, well, let's get a bunch of people to record something. So we sent out an email, and everybody recorded a little thing on their phone and sent it to me, and I put some music behind it, and we did a fun little parody song. Her name is Joni, so instead of Moni Moni, we did Joni Pony, and re-sang the song and rewrote the words. And did a nice little thing like that, sent it off to her, happy birthday, wish we could be there with you. And Nadine and I were listening to it, and it got to her dad's message, and he just said like 2 little sentences. He said, you know, hey Joni, it's your dear old dad, happy birthday. And that was it. And we were listening back, and Nadine says to me, you know, I think that's the only recording I have of my dad's voice.
Oh.
And I went, well, we got to do something about that. I don't know what we got to do about that, but we got to do something about that, right? So then I was talking to my friend Daria, and for Christmas one year, her dad recorded himself doing The Night Before Christmas, just the voice.
Oh, yeah.
Gave it to them for Christmas. A couple months after, got cancer and passed away.
Oh my.
But they have that recording of his voice saying The Night Before Christmas, and he's been a part of their Christmas ever since.
Oh, T-Bone.
So it's starting to come together, right? And I'm saying to myself, like, we need to spend some time with our parents and ask them some good questions and capture it. And so what I'm doing is called audio time capsules. And I go and I spend some time with your mom or your dad, and I've been collecting questions for the last number of months. So I've got some great questions that help reveal kind of the stories that, you know, them growing up, what they learned from their parents, you know, what they hope for their kids and all of those things, and have that, you know, good quality recording of their voice, so that if you're having a bad day and you just need to remember what your family's about and where you come from, that kind of thing, you can just like put it on your headphones and listen to this thing and hear that voice that reminds you who you are and what your family's about and those types of things. And this is something that I just, every time I think about it, I get excited, and I've, you know, started to do a few of them, so that I've got a few little samples to listen to on my website. And this is what I'm gonna focus a lot of my time doing, because I think that, you know, when our parents are around, we don't think to ask them a lot of questions. I probably see my mom 4 times a week.
Yeah.
And when I sat down to do their audio time capsule, I learned some stuff that I've never known about them.
Yeah, right.
And I thought, you know, like that's why I'm doing this. Like it feels like important work. It feels like there's wisdom around us, and we need to capture it and save it.
Wow.
And I just feel like it's important. So that's gonna be. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just, because this is really important. I'm emotional thinking about it. If someone wanted to do that, how would they do it?
Well, anybody could just do it themselves, but I come in. What happens if you contact me to do this for you? I sit down with you. I talk about maybe some things that you think are important that I should try and steer the conversation towards when I'm sitting down with your mom or your dad or whoever. Then I go to wherever's comfortable for them, to their home, to wherever, someplace that they feel relaxed and comfortable. Set up a microphone, put it someplace in a good area so that I can get, the warmth of their voice and all of those little beautiful things that make up their voice. And I have my recorder set up so I can make sure that the levels are good, and then I have my questions, and I don't really read the questions. The questions are just to kind of give me ideas as to how to help the conversation go through and steer it. And there are some different options: a shorter option, a kind of medium option, and the longer option. I actually cut out the interviewer questions so that it's more them telling the story by themselves, and
right.
Then I actually wind some music around it to help, give the feel of when they were young, when they were, like, and all these kinds of things. And so that was something I used to do at the radio station, like with radio marathon songs and things like that. I had been learning how to do this my whole life and not realizing it, and now it's like, this is obvious that this is what I'm supposed to do. So there are some less expensive options for people that want something a little more affordable, and there are some options that are a little more expensive where there's more editing, but I take the interviewer out of the equation and let them tell the story in their words and with their songs around it and that kind of thing. So
unbelievable. It's genius. And because I just love how much heart and soul is in that, and how much kind of care and tenderness, and for people to encapsulate basically, right, that to have their parents forever in their life, like the story time at Christmas and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm honestly speechless, because I just think about being away from home myself, and you're like, oh, right. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, give me your website. So basically, if you want to have your parents in your ears forever, right, and I mean that, their memories and the history and the stories and the heart and soul, here's how you get in touch with T-Bone.
audiotimecapsule.ca, and that will be set up and ready to go January 1st. So if you're watching this before January 1st, it may not be ready quite yet. January is when I'm officially launching this.
Awesome.
But I wanted to, I don't get an opportunity to be on TV every day.
Yeah, right.
So I thought, everything just seems to kind of unfold as it's supposed to. And the fact that you and I are sitting here, it's like, I want to tell you about this thing. I'm so excited about this happening, and this is the kind of month where I'm getting all of my information put together on a web page so that people can go there, listen to what it sounds like, see some little snippets of, like it, what it sounds like when there's music, when there's not music, and the different options and those kinds of things. And so if you're interested in something like that, please reach me. My phone number is on the website. You can call me 306-241-8625. I'd love to talk to you about how this process works, how long it takes, and I'd love for you to have that, because I'm so happy that I have one for each of my parents, and I know that my niece and nephew, one day when they're a little bit older, and these stories and the lessons behind the stories, make a little bit more sense to them, because they're a little bit older, that's going to be something that we're really glad that we have, so.
Absolutely. My guest today, T-Bone, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
It's so great to see you. Did you enjoy your food?
I loved it. Okay, Zeke Burger. Get one. Look at my fries. My fries went to wherever his fries are from, because they're obviously not here anymore. His fries were on vacation.
And you know what my plate means? It means I was talking more than him. So anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Rock Creek TV.